Okay, so we have two amazing things to talk about. Now, the StarFox game that is supposedly coming this year has a big explosion in information, and honestly, it's looking really great. But in fact, we don't just have one StarFox game to talk about, but two StarFox games to talk about. So what's going on, everyone? How's your day going? Let's get straight to the video. Okay, so now, it seems like the StarFox game is actually going to be coming because Nate the Hate has zero doubts about it. So it seems like, yeah, this is going to be happening. He also says that it's going to be released on June, so that's also really cool. But what does this mean for April? Originally, Nate the Hate said that there's going to be some sort of announcement for StarFox in April. Now, this could very well be true because the random Tuesday morning could be the fact that Nintendo would announce some games, because as you've seen in the past, you can see some random games getting announced over and over again, so potentially that's what they're going to be doing this week around in April. Could be right about that. But then, if that doesn't happen, it seems like we might get an announcement in May for a Direct, or this could be the June Direct, and then later on, late in June, we'll be seeing a StarFox game. Now, honestly, I think that this is awesome in a lot of different ways, because we haven't really seen a StarFox game in so long. It's been like ever since the Wii, I would say, we had like a classic StarFox experience, but now seeing a classic StarFox experience return would be really great. Now, usually when we say classic StarFox, it's not really with the toys or the one of the Wii U that was kind of weird. It's more like that classic experience that StarFox feels like StarFox. So it seems like that's what's going to be happening here. A June release date is honestly really cool. This game is ready for summer, so you can dive into StarFox in the world of adventures with your foxy friends. But now, we also have another thing to talk about. Apparently, according to this French developer, it seems like we're going to be getting another StarFox game in 2027. Now, this is great in a lot of different ways, because this StarFox game seems like it's going to be multiplayer experience, and it's also going to have something similar to, by the looks of it, as like Star Wars Squadrons. If you remember that, it was pretty much like a galaxy sort of space adventure that you couldn't go on the ground or do any adventure. It was more like an online multiplayer sort of game where you have to fly around and shoot people down. Seems like that could be very well it, or it could be something else, like a Splatoon Raiders fighting sort of game. But overall, this is definitely really interesting. It seems like StarFox is finally back after, what, 9 years or so? Overall, it's definitely been a very, very crazy time for this beautiful fox. Now, seeing it in the Mario Galaxy movie, potentially this was just Nintendo showing, yep, the fox is coming back, so get ready. Because another reason why it does make sense to see it return is because Nintendo likes to advertise games inside of movies, and seeing that StarFox, sure, it could just be directly correlated to like the Mario Galaxy because it's like space theme and all of that stuff. But seeing as StarFox is back, it definitely could be like a straight up, hey, StarFox is coming back, go join Fox McCloud in his brand new adventure in June. That does make a lot of sense in my opinion. And I honestly think that Nintendo is going to be announcing this very, very soon, and it probably could be at this point either going to be a Nintendo Direct. So this Nintendo Direct could easily be like the last week of April. Maybe we were completely right about this because, hey, it's the last week of April. Maybe Nate the Hate was right about something as well. It could be Nintendo Direct, or it could just be an announcement on Nintendo Today in April. But as we go closer and closer to June, it seems like Nintendo Direct is on the tables for all of the other games as well. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, and also some Switch Sports and other games that are set to be announced, most likely third-party games as well. So this is going to be a really, really great adventure. So overall, I definitely find this to be really exciting. StarFox, I can't wait to see what's going to be happening with the power of the Nintendo Switch 2. It seems like it's not going to be a Nintendo Switch 1 game, but instead a Switch 2 game. And if they've been developing this game for a long time for the Nintendo Switch 2, you best believe it is probably going to be really great. Using all of the Nintendo Switch 2 features, you could probably see some great visuals, some nice like load speeds and things. You could also potentially see some great like mouse control features. Who knows if you want to use mouse controls, maybe for the gunplay or anything else. But yeah, this definitely would be really interesting. I'm just overall excited for the Nintendo Switch 2. I haven't really been this excited for games in the longest time because StarFox is just really cool. There's a lot of super stinker StarFox games out there, but then there's a lot of fantastic ones. One that I find definitely really interesting, however, is the one for the GameCube. Yeah, that one's interesting. But besides that, StarFox 64, potentially that's what this is going to be leading into, or it's going to be something completely different. But yeah, anyways, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comment section down below, and thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Consider it the like button, and let me know how much you're excited for StarFox, or how much you're excited for The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Oh my goodness, it actually could be true. If StarFox happened, we're getting Ocarina of Time. We're actually getting Ocarina of Time. It's time to get off your seat and do the boogie. It's actually time. Ocarina of Time is back. Better than ever. Anyways, thank you so much. See you in the next one.